I learned myself that you don't need uh, a major label on my own. Would I love to be in my prime? Would I have loved to been a Drake or a Kendrick Lamar or a Lil Wayne? That wasn't my motherfucking mission. My journey right now is to build a black owned Universal. So I had to take the longer route. It could take every artist every artist I get with, I take them to the next level easily. This shit turned into something to where I was doing so many shows and I had so much money in the bank. I started reading other books and it was like, why you leaving your money in the bank? You ain't making no money off of it. Put your money into this, and then I started investing my money into more things, and then next thing you know, I'm getting residual income. I'm
Mm-hmm.
finna figure out how to get a nigga to the $50,000 to $30,000 show mark without a fucking major label. I don't know no artist who done did that.
Trust.
I don't know no artist, no rapper who done took himself to $40,000, $50,000 a show without signing to a major label. And I say, guess what? If they could do it, why can't I?
My nigga 2 for the goat, these other niggas.
You, welcome to the Power Play Podcast. We would like to demonstrate the value in everyday casual conversation. I'm your boy, Mighty Boy the Goat. I got my brother with me as always, Drop Talk J Lock. And man, we got a special guest in the building, man. The God of Grind himself, man.
Yeah.
One of the ones for real, man. My boy Baby Savage, what's going on?
And you know me just working, bro, every day another hustle. You know what I'm saying?
Most definitely. We
Yeah.
definitely see you hustling, man. Been watching you hustle for a long
Yeah.
time. Right now, you got a lot of things popping right now. You actually working with Gunplay too right now.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Y'all boys doing y'all thing, 200 interviews all over the place, moving around, man. How's it been? What's been going on, man?
Interviews. We ain't playing.
It's 500.
Yeah, dog.
500.
Every
And
state.
we gonna double that.
Every
Definitely.
state, yeah, every state we ain't playing, dog. You know, we just trying to take it to the next level. You know, we doing a tour all across the United States. We going city to city, state to state, scraping these plates, and we ain't stopping until we accomplish the goals. And it's just not actually about like the interviews as well. We shaking hands, we kissing babies with the fans, we talking to blogs, we networking with influencers, we speaking to commentators, everybody and anybody who associated with the music business and all around. You know, we working with them.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Definitely. We can definitely see the grind, brother, for sure.
Tell us how you got started with the whole music business. Take us through your journey.
Well, you know, I used to be in the streets, bruh. I used to hustle. You know what I'm saying? Used to sell crack when I was younger. I went to prison. And when I got out of prison, I just didn't want to go back because I loved my grandmama so much. So I was like, yo, if I go back, she might die and I'm going to be in prison. And she took care of me all my life. So I looked at it like I would be a bitch ass nigga to keep on putting the streets before something I love so much. So I left that alone, and the music business for me, I started rapping was a hustle. So I was selling my CDs, and that was like my new package. You know what I mean? So I'm selling CDs for about a good year just out the back of my trunk, and then I started to put together my own shows. And my first show was a success where I made like $2,000 my first show, and I put together it myself. So after that, I said, you know what? I'm gonna put together a tour, and I put together my first tour that same year and made like $150,000, and that was all I needed to see. After that, it was just, you know what? I'm gonna keep on putting together these tours, and then I started adding merchandise. I started adding brand deals and a whole bunch of different other things within the music business. And for the last past 18 years, the last past 18 years, it's only been 1 year that I hadn't did any shows. I took off 2024, but other than that, I made anywhere from 200 to 500,000 a year each and every year just doing shows, just off touring alone. And then I took that to the next level and stopped just booking myself and started booking other artists because I mastered touring. So I said, let me utilize this to actually get some other artists, put them on tour, give me a percentage out of it, And this is another way where I could be at the house or I could be in my office. And while they on the road, I could still be getting paid, utilizing the talent that I done had for so many years. You know what I mean? To take this shit to the next
Yeah,
level.
So,
definitely.
like you said, you jumped straight out of prison and you started this journey. If somebody wanted to get into this field, what are some of the steps they need to take?
Well, the first thing is education. The part I skipped over while I was in prison, I read a book called How to Make Money in the Music Business. Right?
Mm-hmm.
I can't remember the author's name, but I read that book, and when I came out, my mind wasn't like the regular artist's mind because I read first instead of coming out here through trial and error. So when I got out, all I really knew was the business. Ben knew how to make music and go to the studio and make music, but the first thing that was on my mind was actually like, hey, let me make some money because I read how to make money in the music business. So I'm watching these other artists, they rapping, trying to get signed. My brain didn't understand that. My brain said, man, I'm finna go out and this gonna be a real business. We gonna sell CDs to bring in revenue. We gonna put together tours to bring in revenue, and we gonna create new innovative ways to make money from the music business. Yeah.
Absolutely. Absolutely. With that being said, dive a little deeper into the footwork of that, because I mean, you definitely reading up in prison or whatever and getting that mindset, you know what I'm saying, to get out and make the money. What was that grind like, and what was it like? Was it difficult starting out networking and doing the things to acquire that money?
Now it wasn't difficult because, like I say, it's all a system. In business, you got system and processes, right? Even if you go to McDonald's, the first thing they're gonna do is train you, and they're gonna say, "Hey, look, man, put the ketchup on first, the mustard on, then the two pickles, then you squash that shit together, and that's the system of making that hamburger. Then it go to the bag, add the fries and the drink, and then the final result at the end of that assembly line is giving that product to the customer. So it's the same way in the
Mm-hmm.
music business. You gotta create a structure. And once you create that structure, it was real easy. Like for me, my structure every year was to just do 200 shows a year. I just wanted to do 200 shows a year, right? So we got 52 weeks in a year. So that means I need to be on the road almost every week. But what I was doing was some days I might do 2 and 3 shows. So in the daytime, we might do a seminar, a business seminar where I teach people about the music business. Then we're going to do the concert. Then we do the after party. So I done knocked out 3 events in one city in one day, and we might do that a Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, and hit it like that. And in one week, I done knocked out 5, 6, 7, 8 shows. Versus some artists, they just getting the show Friday, Saturday, and Sunday for the week, or maybe just one a week. I'm trying to do as many as I can a week to multiply quantity over quality, and we hitting them wherever we can go. And what I meant by what I said, quantity over quality, I'm not really looking for the clubs with 1,000 people in them, 5,000. No, man, I'm going to the small towns. Don't nobody never go to. And when I show up in the Rolls Royce or the tour bus, they looking like, what the fuck? Who is this nigga? And everybody pulling up and pulling out, and they gonna appreciate it more. You can't go to a big city like Houston. They done seen everybody every week. You know what I mean? Atlanta every week
Right.
and star, so it's normal to them, it's regular. Other niggas down there popping. You see what I'm saying? You go to a small town, they got 15, 20,000 people, they never seen a Rolls Royce in their life. You see what I'm saying? And when they
Yeah.
by the end of the day, when you pull up in that motherfucker, by the end of the day, you damn near ain't got to do no promotion because everybody like, man, you seen such and such down here? Man, you ain't heard it? Man, that nigga done pulled up in the tour bus in the Rolls Royce. And everybody pulling up.
And what doing?
So people be sleeping on the small
Absolutely.
towns, man. The small towns and the medium towns, that's where the money is. You can call it a chilling circle, but if you do enough, you'll eat better than a nigga on a major label. I promise you.
Definitely that. So how do you approach, you know what I mean, a club owner, promoter, and the start of that, you know what I'm saying, the early point of that, you know what I'm saying, when your music is not as known, when you're not as known, how do you create that networking between the two in order for you to accomplish what you accomplish?
It's a great question. Remember this right here. I read the book. In the book, it ain't say nothing about no promoters. It said go rent the club and put that bitch out, promote that bitch and everything, sell your tickets and everything yourself. So with me, I started off renting clubs, and then I figured out I ain't even got to rent them. The owners want to get people in there so bad, they going to give me the whole club for free. I ain't got to pay nothing. They just want me to bring a crowd. So I started doing door deals.
Mm-hmm.
So what I did was back in the day, we had Yahoo, you know what I'm saying, Yellow Pages, right? This before Google was really heavy, and you can just type in a name and search results come up, right? But it wasn't like that then. You had Yahoo Yellow Pages, Yahoo White Pages. I go around there, search the city, search nightclubs, call all the clubs one by one, say, hey, this who I am. I want to put together a show for you. And I want to get 100% of the dough. I got to get 100% of the dough. And you going to get to keep your ball. You going to pay for your security, and you going to pay for your own DJ. And the club owner be like, well, yeah, you got to pay for that anyway. If I'm there or if I'm not, you still got to pay for that. Now, would you rather pay for that and have 20 people in there, or would you rather pay for that and have 150, 200 people in there? Because I'm going to guarantee you 150 people. And if 150 people don't come, then I'm gonna take care of the security and I'm gonna take care of the DJ. But if you got 150 people up in there, your bar, you know, you should make anywhere from $1,500 to $3,000 at that night, and you'd have had a great night as a club owner. So I did that all across the United States, from Atlanta to California, from California to New York, from Florida. I went to every small town, every mid-sized town, every big city. I done been to every state in the United States on my own with my tour bus. Hey, man, the biggest known unknown, real talk. And I turned that into something, you know what I
That's
mean?
real.
A lot of these artists who in the game right now, they've been in the game for a long time, though. The artists who done been on major labels, you know what I mean? Bruh, I still got everything I accomplished in the music industry. Like you see me sitting in the Rolls Royce right now, I got four of these. I got the Bentley, I got the Lamborghini, I got the mansion, I got my building, several buildings, I got several rent houses. I invested all my money in rent houses and different businesses, and all of this came from the music business. This shit turned into something to where I was doing so many shows and I had so much money in the bank. I started reading other books, and it's like, why you leaving your money in the bank? You ain't making no money off of it. Put your money into this. And then I started investing my money into more things, and then next thing you know, I'm getting residual income. And, you know, I got to the point to where, hey, man, I look at myself and I think back to everything I did. I never signed with a major label, and I know a lot of artists who've been with major labels, and they ain't got what I got or did what I did. But I did it the harder way. You know what I mean? Like, to go get a
That's hard.
club, to sell the tickets, to goddamn, sometimes the clubs ain't have no security shit. I had to be the security and the DJ all at one night. While talking to an artist, I'm running to the DJ booth, running to the door, running to the, hey man, but I always accepted that, because for me, that wasn't no hard work. That was easy work, man. I'm finna pull up to this club, and my main goal was only to make $3,000 off of each show, right? So the only thing I actually wanted to do was sell anywhere from 150 tickets, right? Well, 100 tickets to 150 tickets for $20 a pop. Make $3,000, 200 shows times $3,000. That's $600,000 a year. You gonna minus $100,000 for expenses, hotel, food, gas. So you're looking around about $500,000 a year while you're on that road, and plus I'm in a bus, so the gas a lot different. But then I took out the hotels by saying, you know what, when I got the tour bus, now when I'm doing 200 shows, giving you an example, well, back then hotels on average was maybe $65, right? That's for a good hotel. This talking we talking right now, 2014, 2015. You can get a decent hotel at the Holiday Inn or something for $65. Well, I'm doing 200 shows a year. You see what I'm saying? So that's over
Yeah.
$10,000 in expenses just on hotel. So I thought to myself, God damn, why don't I just buy a tour bus instead of sleeping at a hotel every night? I got a tour bus, I'm saving money. The only time I get a hotel is after the show. I got some bitches or something, you know, it's a little different. So I don't want to have them on the bus with 5
For
on the
sure.
bus with me, so I go get a hotel.
Right.
You know, other than that, even with the gas, I added in the gas. I say, damn, 200 shows. Look at all this gas. So let me let some independent artists who want to go on tour with me go on tour with me. Hey man, y'all take care of the gas. I'm gonna make sure y'all open up and perform for me. And you get exposure to a crowd. You ain't did nothing but showed up and performed and showed out in front of the crowd. But y'all gotta take care of the gas wherever we go. So, I got rid of the gas, I got rid of the hotel fees. Now, all the rest of that money going in my pocket. And it's just about, like I say, creating new ways to make money, save money so you can invest and, take it to the next level.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely, man.
You broke that cycle, bro, because a lot of people would have probably just been like, man, I ain't finna go through all that. You figured out ways of keeping that money in your pocket, figured out your own generational wealth. My question is to you is, how do we break that cycle for the next generation? The ones that see you in those Rolls Royces, see you in those flashy cars, and they don't have somebody to reach out to them and say, hey, you know what, this is what I did. How do we break that cycle for that financial wealth?
I be trying to figure it out right now. I guess every generation we say, y'all ain't like us. What I mean by that was my grandpa told my daddy, man, y'all ain't like us. My daddy told me, y'all ain't like us. Now I'm telling my son, y'all ain't like us, right? So it's an old saying where it says your grandpa gonna work hard, put the son in a Cadillac, and then the son gonna work hard to put the grandson in the Ferrari, and by the time it break around to the next Ferrari, they back in the goddamn walking again, because you're making it too easy for these people instead of giving them the struggle. Now, I got that going on with my son right now. I love him to death. I gave him $40,000 when he graduated high school. Bought him 2 cars, a work car and a regular car, and he still think I said, hey man, you know what I got? Yeah, I gotta thank you. I gotta congratulations. I'm talking about that's it, man. When I graduated
That's
high
it.
school, my
That's it.
daddy gave me a hug and congratulations, man. I said, I'm trying to
Mine
take you
too.
to the next level, but don't think like, he counting my money, man, but you made this much this year, you should give me this. Then he'll try to say some shit like, you see with Lil Boosie and them, man, I'm not Lil Boosie, man. Yeah, man, no, man, you finna work your
He
motherfucking
try to make
ass
it a
off.
Louisiana thing.
Yeah, no, you finna work your ass off. You can get the money, I'm gonna give it to you.
Yeah.
But you gotta work for it though. That's all I'm saying. I ain't just finna give it to you. Don't think 'cause I got it, I'm just finna give it to you. 'Cause I done watched enough rich people with rich kids fuck up and do fucked up shit because they ain't put them. Hey man, if you feel like you got a great life and you did great in life, you got to give your children the same experiences that you had to make them that great person. Because if you make the shit too easy, their brain not gonna comprehend all the struggles and shit like that. And then next thing you know, they off into some dumb shit, and you like, damn, I ain't even raised you like that. Yeah, you should have raised them the other way, the way you was raised.
Definitely. Definitely, because that build character, and that's what a lot of the new generation lack is character.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And social media has a big play on that, because social media, it creates a avenue to be whoever you want to be and be whatever you want to say you is. So that's kind of the way that go. But I really want to,
seen
you know what I
that yet.
mean?
I don't mean to cut you off, but you say the new
No, good.
generation. Like I'm looking for, like, damn, what a little dude that who like me in the new way. When I wanted to get in this shit every day for goddamn 10 hours a day, I stood it like niggas in the city know. They'll tell you like, bro was on the corner every day with them CDs like a real job, 10 hours straight hustling.
Yeah.
And that's all I knew at the time was selling CDs. But then when I learned touring, I never went back to selling CDs. I'm like, oh shit, I made $150K. Oh, now it's touring, but I still sold CDs every time we stopped at the gas station or something. But it just wasn't a 10-hour thing. I focused more on just setting up the shows. But I just don't see the little kids out here right now, 18, 19, 20, who out there hustling every day, promoting, putting up flyers, trying to show you who you is on the internet. If you're so every day grinding, sending out there. So I don't see it. Because if I would have seen that, I would have been schooling them up like, let me help you. You know what I mean? So,
yeah. But that's cause they do this.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's all it takes for them now to do that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So, and so would you say that type of hustle is a lost art in the music game right now?
It's definitely a lost art. That's why we bringing it back. Watch this here with Gunplay. I talked to Gunplay, and I love Gunplay character. He got everything Gunplay do, right? He missing one thing, but that's what I'm here for. Gunplay has the performance. He has the character, as you know. Y'all did an interview with me. He has the character.
Yes.
He has the music and the talent, right? The
Yeah.
only thing he's always been missing is the business. I've watched his career because, first of all, I'm a huge fan of Rick Ross. So by default, made me a fan of Gunplay when I got turned on to him. So now when we talk about the whole MMG, Ross was my favorite artist. Gunplay was number 2, right? When I watch Gunplay, I say, damn, he got some great opportunities. He just don't have people in. He done had
His
people in
core.
his life, but they ain't like me. I go find opportunities. I don't wait. I'm not gonna wait for no opportunity, dog. If we talking about a 50 city tour right now, I'm making 50 cities happen. Right? Ain't nobody calling phone. I'm calling phones. I'm negotiating. I'm making deals. Then when we get there, just like I found y'all, I'm finding podcasts, interviews, finding brand deals, mom and pop brand deals. We ain't got to go to Sprite or Dr. Pepper or Budweiser. Shit, no. We're going to go to the local goddamn barbershop, the local goddamn restaurant. Hey, man, give us 500. We're going to come through. We're going to turn that bitch up. We're going to shoot music videos. We're going to do whatever you need. We're going to shout you out. We're going to collab with you. You dig? But imagine when you doing this shit in every city you go to, then you doing podcasts in every city you go to, then at night you doing the show. We got a whole itinerary. When Gunplay get with me, hey man, I'm waking that nigga up at goddamn. Well, first of all, I ain't gotta wake him up. Let me change that. He already up, cause he move like he move a little bit slower though, cause he smoke weed. So when we yeah, he be having to smoke his weed and shit. That's about the only fucking problem. Yeah, that's the only problem I got
we
with
gotta
him,
get
dog.
that.
Is that we be
My dog gotta get
the
patched.
time and shit. But he done already told me, he's like, Self, I'll do anything. But I'm not gonna goddamn stop the smoking and the weed. I'm like, well, just slow it down a little bit, dog.
Just put that on the itinerary, Sal.
Yeah.
Just put it on the
So
itinerary,
I'm
man.
figuring it out. I'm like, yo, we gonna have everything ready for you, the weed, the fucking goddamn cigars or whatever, so we ain't gotta stop, go to stores. So that's like my mind is so analytic. I be like, oh, we lost 20 minutes here, 30 minutes, and Gunplay be laughing because I write it down. Like if nigga, if we lost 20 minutes, I'd have wrote it down. We lost 30 minutes, I'd have wrote it down. Then at the end of the day, I say, look, this was the itinerary. Nigga, we was 30 minutes here, 20 minutes here, this here. This shit added up to 2 hours. We was late over here, we missed this. And to show you like we can't miss no money. We gotta get everything on the table.
Yeah.
Because when they say time is money, people gotta really understand the mathematics of that shit. Time is math. Time is number.
Real. That's real.
So all that is in the universe to say, you know what, time really is money. So you control your time, and the money gonna flow like water, dog. But yeah,
that's real.
Right now I'm having a blast, dog. As you can see, Gunplay done went viral. He done went viral like 5 times, according to chart metrics. His numbers is going up extremely high. According to my own software, my analytical data that I got, we done reached over 400 million views in the last 45 days. And we talking about, we got, my real plan for him is a year and 6 months. So we still got a year and 4 months to go to do everything that I'm doing with the 500 goddamn interviews. We doing more than 50 shows. We just starting off with the 50 show tour. Then I'm gonna do 100 show tour. So like in that year and a half, it's gonna be way more than 50 shows. But the interviews gonna be 500. We working with 1,000 blogs, and not only that, we building a team and a massive coalition of influencers to work with. You know what I'm saying? And that's really what it's all about, man, because at this day and age, I learned myself that you don't need a major label on my own. Now, would I love to be in my prime? Would I have loved to been a Drake or a fucking Kendrick Lamar or a Lil Wayne? Hell yeah. But that wasn't my motherfucking mission, right?
Right. Right.
My journey right now is to build a black owned Universal. So I had to take the longer route. And I learned the business. And now I understand a lot. And it could take every artist every artist I get with, I take them to the next level easily because I done did it for myself over the past 20 years. And I know if I would have been with a major label, it would have been so many people who was doing that for me. I wouldn't understand the system because I watch every artist I fuck with. They don't understand the system because they had everybody doing it for them. And the labels, they'll tell you that. No, just be an artist. So we got this. Just be an artist.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And I reckon that to, the mental slavery. You know what I'm saying? Oh, no. You don't know how to read. I'm going to tell you what the book say, right? So
Yeah.
we ain't doing that over here. My main plan in the next 15 years, by the year 2038, is to have 200 locations. Each location is going to be our own live nation. When I say our, I mean black people. Each location is going to be a marketing center reaching over the internet so we can spread our own messages and we control the culture. I often always say, damn, somebody got to do it because I don't wonder why ain't nobody did it yet. Niggas talking about billions of dollars and still goddamn going through the white man for your music to get distributed. I don't maybe it's something beyond my comprehension, but I done always did it just not on that level. But I still try to say, damn, if you got all this, and the closest person I see right now doing it is Hove, Jay-Z with Rock Nation, what he doing. I see the blueprint. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
I see where he going and where he headed, but I just feel like it should be more than just him. Like it should be more black people who'd have made all this money to say, man, let's control our culture. You see, then it sold BET to the white folks. God damn, what the fuck we
Mm-hmm.
ever? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Control all our
Yeah.
media and give us what we want. And that shit really, I mean, it's called
Yeah.
radio programming for a reason. It's called TV programming
Yeah.
for a reason. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
they're
Yeah.
gonna control all our narratives, dog.
Definitely. It's that safety net. I think that's what it really boils down to. It's a safety net.
Yeah.
Niggas get a little too, you know what I'm saying? Niggas confident ain't high enough to say, you know what, I'm gonna get out here and I'm gonna really grind, I'm gonna really get it.
Yeah.
I think it's they focus themselves on that safety net and that's what's holding everybody back. I believe so. My opinion.
How was you able to connect with like Gunplay far as like when you get these artists who's backed by these big brands and these big labels and you so being independent yourself, how do you get them to come on and be part of your team when you ain't got that big backing?
I put together a game plan for them. Every artist I done dealt with, I done always put together a business plan for them to show them it's serious. Like I ain't just a nigga be like, hey man, I want to work with you. This is what I'm gonna do for you. Now I'm gonna put it in paperwork, black and white, so you can see it. You gonna say, man, you gonna do all this? Yeah, nigga, I'm gonna do all that. You with it? You fucking right, I'm with it. I never had an artist who wasn't with it because even when they do their research on me, they see right. You could Google
Yeah.
me and be like, man, that nigga there for real. I
Def
I hit Gunplay up 10 years ago. I've been on Gunplay though, and this ain't our first time working together. I done put him on little small tours, but this is gonna be the biggest tour we done ever did together. Before it was 3 shows here, 5 shows here. This was back in like 2015, 2014 type shit I was doing with him. But now it's like, yo, I'm finna go ahead and do this. I just did this campaign with first of all, 2024, I started off with Young L.A. Y'all remember Young L.A.?
right.
So I did
Yeah,
I
absolutely.
did the
Yeah.
campaign with Young L.A. so that resurgence in 2025 where it was going crazy
Yeah.
was me. I put them on 30 interviews. We only did 30 interviews, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
I only got a few influencers involved and a few blogs involved, maybe probably close to 100 blogs involved. And it took off. It went crazy. It brought back a new resurgence to where even the new young kids got into the song. Me and Young
Yeah.
L.A. in
Remember that.
2024, yeah, we was doing 500 a show in 2024, my nigga.
Mm-hmm.
And we started that campaign in November. And by goddamn motherfucking me March, we was up to 5,000. That's no cap,
That's crazy. Yeah.
right? Went up to the highs we got up to about 7,500. That lasted for about 8 months, the run, and then I started working with Young Bleed. And me and Young Bleed, we did a 60
Mm,
city show. So we finished and completed the first tour. Then I set up a 100 city tour. We didn't get to finish that because Young Bleed, he went to the verses, and after the verses, he passed. So we didn't get to complete our entire campaign. So rest in peace to Young Bleed. Then,
rest in peace.
yeah, after that, that's when I called Gunplay. I'm thinking of like, damn, what artists can I work with next? And Gunplay came across my mind. I was like, you know what? I ain't worked with Gunplay in a long time. I never fully put together a real tour with him. Like, cause I done put together tours for almost 30 artists, 50 and 100 shows, right? Over the last 15 years, all over the United States.
Uh,
We talking about damn near 30 different artists, one hit song, two hit songs that I did this for, but I never did it for Gunplay. So I was like, let me call Gunplay. I hit him up. He said he was with it. We had a conversation, and man, the first week it was like flabbergasted. He was like, man, this is
yeah.
crazy, man. All the shit, but like the money that was coming in, the interviews we was doing, and he called me and he was like, Savage, this is the first time I felt like this since I was with Def Jam and Rolling came out. It's the same feeling. I feel like,
Wow.
and I was like, yeah, I'm glad because I was like, to understand it in my comprehension, the way I looked at it, what I always looked at it was to get to a level to where you're getting paid for shows and it's under 10 grand. That's the same as a new artist with a top 20 to a top 10 Billboard hit. So if you see a new artist on the charts and they got anywhere from a top 20 to a top 10, normally they get anywhere from 5,000 to 10,000 a show, right? And I've learned
Okay.
how to do that right now on my own. I can break any artist and get them not on billboards per se with radio, but via social media, I can get an artist anywhere from 5,000 to 10,000 a show after I implemented all my strategies systematically. So now the next level is to saying, how can we cross that path and that threshold to reach that top five or that number one spot, even without radio, right? And the number one spot being per show is getting the 40,000 a show, the 50,000 a show, the 100,000 a show, right? Coming back to back with multiple hits or whatnot, and building the credentials and the resume to where a promoter and the fans and you can sell the tickets and they're gonna be like, oh yeah, he worth that. You know what I mean? So now that's the
Absolutely.
threshold we got to cross, and that's why I came up with the well. Look, I only did 30 interviews with Young L.A. We only did this and that. So I say, you know what? We gonna time this shit times 10. Yeah, what we did with him, nigga. You with it? You want to go state to state by? I got the podcast, and if I don't, I'm gonna find them. I got the influencer. My hustle is unlimited, everlasting. So let's get this shit. And one thing about Gunplay, like I say, bro, he all the way with it. If it's some money on the motherfucking table, he willing and able. He ready to get on that fucking flight and go wherever he need to go. And them the type of artists that I love to deal with. He not complicated to work with, so I love that about him as well. You know, he easy going. I done deal with all type of artists, dog. Complicated, niggas on drugs, can't catch them, can't find them. You book shows, all type of crazy shit a nigga have to go through as a manager and a promoter,
Yeah.
and it'll drive you crazy. So I say, damn,
Yeah.
I'm glad I ain't got them problems with him. We gonna make some major moves.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And he respectful
Yeah.
to the point to where he understand loyalty, because when a person putting work behind you, I done had artists where I build them up and then next thing you know, they got 4, 5 other niggas who coming around here trying to book them now. Like, yo, son, where was
Yeah.
these
Yeah.
niggas 2, 3 years ago? Wasn't nobody around.
Mm-hmm.
Now you hot and
Yeah.
everybody want to fuck with you and all of a sudden they could book shows? These don't work
Yeah.
like that,
Yeah.
dog. You got to stay loyal. And if a nigga call you to
Yeah.
book a show, man, give me my cut. Matter of fact, you ain't got to give me my cut. Tell them niggas, hey, man, you need to talk to Baby Savage, bro. That's the way it works in the music business. But there's so many artists who I done dealt with who want to cut me out. And I'd be like, man, so you gonna goddamn cut me out over $200 so you could lose 200,000? Cause that $200, I'm gonna stop fucking with you. Yeah, it ain't about the money with me no more, my nigga. It's about principles, morals, and respect. And if you ain't gonna respect me over $200, I know you ain't finna respect me over 200,000. So let me go ahead and cut this off right now before I take you to the next level, just so you can fuck over me. I ain't a dummy. That way.
For real. I can attest to that.
Yeah.
I can definitely attest to that.
Me and bro both pride ourselves on conducting good business, bro. And like we lead with good business because we feel like that's the way to go.
Yeah.
All that handout shit, we ain't on that. You know what I'm saying? We're going to do what it takes on every corner, on every avenue to make it shake. And we willing to do business. So I think that's a lost art in itself too, because a lot of niggas, they play on the business. And that's the most important thing. You can't play on the business, man. Like whatever you got going on, it don't even matter. It's irrelevant when it comes to the business.
Yeah, especially if you know so you don't have the brain power to do the business.
Yeah,
man.
Yeah.
A lot of people gotta take their feelings out of the business. That's another thing. Like people get caught up in their feelings. Oh, I don't like this person. I'm like, man, listen. Good business is good business. I ain't gotta like somebody to work with somebody, like, cause we did it all our life. So it's like, man, you just gotta take your feelings out the business, man, and do good business. A lot of people lose themselves with trying to do good business. They feel that they bigger than the next person, or they feel like, oh man, these people supposed to just give it to me free because I'm hot right now. Like that, man. If you gonna do good business, you gonna get that back 10 times more.
Absolutely. Niggas get on these 9 to 5s and don't like their coworkers, don't like their boss, but they still punch in, bitch. Still go get that check.
Yeah.
Shit, it's the same thing out here, brother. Same shit. You know what I'm saying? That shit is irrelevant when it comes to the business. But I did want to add, and you touched on it a little bit. You know what I mean? In regards to what you kind of like and look forward to in an artist when dealing with you and working with you. But logistics wise, like, is there anything that you look for when it comes to, you know, an up and coming artist? Is it reach? Is it you know, number of followers? Is it anything like that? Or how does one up and coming artist get with you?
Yeah, I just want you to be ambitious and be dedicated. I don't care about your music, my nigga. You hear me? And nothing against Soulja Boy, but we all know his first song that he came out with wasn't like the most lyrical song, right? So you can have a all right song, but nigga, if you got hustle and marketing, then you nigga, we gonna take that bitch to the next level. So I really don't even be wanting to fuck with the most talented artists, because the most talented artists sometimes be like females. They be wanting to you got to take care of them. They want you to pay for everything. They don't want to do nothing. Hey man, hold on, bro. God damn, my nigga, I want to work with you, not for you, nigga. Yeah, that's what we gonna do. I'm gonna work with you, not for you. And then we ain't doing nothing at all. I'm gone. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna let you use me so you can misuse me. It's cool if we use each other to help each other and build each other up, but I ain't gonna let you misuse me. So when I'm dealing with artists, man, I just be looking for the hunger and the people who really gonna put in the work. Because motherfuckers talk about they putting in work, but ain't getting no productivity in. And that be the different thing, you know what I'm saying? Wasting your time all day not doing nothing. You just standing around. You ain't lifting the muscle. You ain't lifting the finger. So show me what you're going to do that way with your work ethic, and goddamn it, I'm going to get behind you and put some real grind behind you and teach you everything I know.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Definitely. So speak on your relationship with Master P, man, because I've done my research and homework, man. Y'all always got a good relationship.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Kind of a mentor type situation. So speak on how you know what I mean, got with Master P, met Master P, and where y'all stand today.
You know, I first met Master P 20 years ago. I prayed, and it was a magical moment how it happened, because I was in Houston going down the goddamn freeway, and I seen a van and it had Master P on it. So before I can get over, because there was so many cars, I missed the exit. The van got off. Nigga, Houston, you got to go 5 miles to get to the next exit. So I done already prayed. I'm like, I'm finna go to the next exit, and when I get back, he gonna be parked at a gas station. No, I said this in my mind with a prayer before and guess what? As soon as I got off that exit and went back, he was there, and he was parked at a gas station. Now, it wasn't Master P.
Wow.
It was somebody who worked with Master P. But when I went up to him, He knew I was serious. He seen I had my van. It was wrapped with my pictures on it. I said, man, I really want to meet Master P, bro. He really one of my hip hop heroes. I look up to him. I always called myself the biggest independent artist since Master P or whatnot. And dude said, hey man, you pull up, you got your homeboys with y'all. I'm gonna make sure y'all get in for free, and I'm gonna take you straight to Master P. So that was my first time ever meeting to him. I met him
That's
and
a
shake
blessing.
his hand. Now the next time was with the homie gangster from No Limit. They came to Houston, and Master P had a birthday bash. And my nigga Gangsta, I been knew him because he from Baton Rouge too. That's where I'm from, and we been in talk. And Gangsta called me, say, "Hey man, where you at?" I say, "I'm with Flip." I was with Lil Flip at the particular time. Say, "Man, you and Flip, come on through." So me and Flip went through, and that was my second time meeting Master P. Since then, I ran into him a couple of other times because I always put myself in his presence. But then after that, I hooked up with his management, Juggy, and Juggy always put me in a position of Master P. So shout out to Juggy. I got a great relationship with Juggy, and he one of the dudes, who if you really wanna get with P, he can make that happen for you. You know what I'm saying? So he done made that happen.
Shout out
Yeah,
Juggy.
shout out to Juggy. He done made that happen for
Shout
me
out to
several times. You know what I'm saying? And he a real good dude,
mm,
bro. Like he a real good dude. And I shoot him some ideas sometimes just to see if he bite to see if he can send it to P. But P on such a huge level right now. I get it. You know what I'm saying? But I say, hey man,
Yeah,
I'm gonna keep on throwing bites out there. One day one of them gonna stick, and then boom, that's gonna be my actual time where maybe I could do some real business with Master P,
for real.
and he could really
absolutely.
coach me. But with Master P, it's more so of me watching him. I never actually sat
Okay.
down
Yeah,
with Master P where he actually said, "Hey, this is how you do that. This is how you do that." I never had that experience. I wish I did, but the experience I did have just being around. I'm an observer. I can see what he's doing. I'm watching. I'm writing down. I'm taking notes, whether it's mental or on paper, and I say, "Hey, I need to move like that." So I got a lot of ideas just by watching his actions and knowing the system and how it goes. And it helped me become a better businessman just to watching. There's a lot of people in this circle who, maybe they haven't been watching them like I do because I study people. You know what I mean? I
Yeah.
try to, when
Yeah.
I get home, I try to research stuff because, bro, I want to be successful so bad. I'm already successful. Don't let me, God, I love you for everything you did for me, but it's kind of like I just want more. Because, some people say appreciate what you got right now. And, I got so much. It's my cup already overflowed. But my brain just say, hey man, I need 100 million, 200 million, 300 million, a billion for some fucking reason when I got enough to do whatever I want to do right now and it's steady coming in, but still my brain don't stop. It's like, yo, nah,
yeah,
bro, you need to be making $5 million this month. You bullshitting. You know what I mean? So one thing is
yeah.
all gonna come into fruition to where it's coming. You know what I mean? Future respecting 10 years from now, and be talking to you guys. Hey man, I got 200 builders. I'm making $70 million. Cause I mean that's the game plan. 200
Yeah.
Definitely,
is 200
definitely,
locations that I'm building. $350,000 per location. And if you add up 200 times $350,000, that's 70 million a year. So that's the game. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
yeah.
And that's a 10-year plan, right? That's 2038, right?
Yeah, 2038. It,
That's
it
what we
was a
thinking?
50. It was a
Somewhere
15-year plan, but I started
15 year.
already.
Yeah.
The 15-year plan gonna
Yeah.
end in 2038, bro. I'm ahead of schedule right now, so it's looking good right now.
that's what's
Man.
up.
And I'm finna take it to the next level, and we're gonna keep on going. We're not gonna stop. I'm the type of person you can ask niggas from goddamn the time I was a kid, dog. Anything I always did, nigga, I never stopped. Never.
Definitely,
Man. Keep
definitely,
going,
man.
brother. Definitely. Definitely.
Speak on your relationship with Lil Flip.
Yeah, Flip my dog, man. Me and Flip, we met in 2010. We done did hundreds of shows together. We just had a show 2 days ago together or whatnot. We did a birthday bash together. Sold out show, beautiful event. But Flip one of them dudes, man. He real cool. He respectful. He'll help you any type of way he can if he fuck with you. You know what I'm saying? He all
Yeah,
about his business. Um, you know, sometimes in my opinion, he be too quiet about things, but I get it. You know what I'm saying? That's my nigga. So whatever he
Yeah.
roll with it, whatever his plan, that's just what his plan is. But I got a lot of love for Flip, bro. He one of the first stars that I ever met who embraced me. Because before I met him, I was
That's
doing
what's up.
100 shows a year on my own.
Yeah, that's what's
The
up.
universe brought me to 50 Cent and 50 Cent interview. And I was trying to figure out at this very moment, like, damn, how can I make more than 150, 200,000 a year? While I'm saying it in my mind, I'm on YouTube, and then I hear 50 Cent. Yeah, we was doing 300 shows a year. Thank you, God. See, when God speaks to you, there ain't gonna
Yeah.
be no voice. The second I was thinking that, boom, we was doing 300 shows a year. Okay, thank you, God. I appreciate that. So now I got to figure out how to take my 100 shows to this many shows. So I told y'all I was doing 200 shows a year. That's me. That ain't
Mm-hmm.
Flip, Young L.A, Young Bleed, Bone Crusher, Bone, and goddamn 15, 20 other artists who I'm setting up shows for all while I'm still doing my shows. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's
So
crazy, bro.
I turned my company not only into a touring company but into a booking agency. I'm setting up the tours for these guys, but then I turned it into the booking agencies where I actually start letting promoters reach out to me instead of me just setting it up. Now the promoters reaching out to me. I'm getting
Yeah.
features for all of them.
Yeah.
So just capitalizing and utilizing all these guys around me, and that's what I did with Lil Flip for a long time, man. We did a lot of shows together. We went all over, goddamn the southern region, and even motherfucking goddamn the East Coast, from goddamn Virginia to DC together. A lot of shows, man. But Flip was the first star that embraced me, and I had a great time back in those days, man. Beautiful, beautiful. Yeah,
For sure. For sure.
Definitely, man. Definitely. And it just showing the range and the variety of
yeah,
artists that you done dealt with over the years, bro. It's definitely showing that the formula is working. No
yeah,
matter the artist, no matter shit, hell, I even
Damn
go as
sure
far to say the
working.
genre. None of that.
yeah,
Like the formula is the formula, and you sticking to it, and it's helping so many different people, man. And I think like once you have a mindset and you have a goal in mind, and you're able to accomplish it yourself, you're able to give back to others and show others the way too.
yeah,
So that's commendable, my brother.
yeah,
Definitely that.
yeah.
Definitely that.
Keep going. Keep going.
Definitely that. So speak on your goal building. You
Okay,
know what
yeah,
I'm
yeah, yeah,
saying? Your headquarters and the
yeah,
significance of your headquarters, and
yeah.
you know what I mean. What you got going with that?
That's the headquarters. So the other 200 buildings gonna be smaller buildings, but I wanted to put the headquarters in Louisiana. And the reason why is because if you in New York, you can walk right to Def Jam, Universal, Warner Brothers. If you rap, you can see that shit. You can goddamn see the people who making the major moves, and we ain't got that in Louisiana. We ain't got that in the South. So the first thing I said
Yeah.
was, hey man, I can't keep complaining why everybody else ain't did it. Why I wonder why everybody ain't did it, nigga? You do it. So it's like,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, I ain't got the type of money they got. I ain't got the fame they got. But guess what, nigga? God gonna make the way. You trying to cross the river, he gonna strike a tree. The tree gonna fall over the river. You gonna the boom, there go your path. You see what I'm saying? So that's what the gold building
Mm-hmm.
represents. It represents the new hope for the major label. Because once again, Master P, my homeboy, Birdman, my home. I text Birdman all the time. Right, I got some real CEOs in my corner. I love Master P and I love Birdman as well. Both of them, especially what they did. They both my hip hop heroes. Let me include Slim in there too. Also Turk and Mel, the owners of Trill Entertainment, with who was the heads over Boosie and Webby or whatnot. All those guys mean something to me. They got a special place in my heart. But I never wanted to build like a label like that. I want to be universal.
Mhm.
I want to be Warner,
Mhm.
right? We know I want to be the major label, and for me to pay homage to Master P, to Birdman, Slim, Turk and Mel, how I look up to these guys, somebody got to do it, and I want to be the guy to do it. So when I do it, I can say, you know what? These guys influenced me. These guys, paved the way, and I can give them, they right do just a credibility from off of what I've done and the road that I've took just from me watching them and seeing and observing. You know what I mean? So that's my path. My path has always been different, dog. You know, I'm right here in Louisiana, bro. I remember when Boosie was young. I remember when he came out with my nigga then back in the days. I remember when Gates, when nobody knew who Kevin Gates was, dog, but niggas in Baton Rouge.
Yeah,
I remember them days, right? And then to see where
definitely.
Boosie and Gates came from. But I always told everybody in my circle, even back then, I was a visionary. Like, Kevin Gates was doing music. When Boosie was doing music, I was in the streets really, like full time. So I
Mm,
wasn't on the music. Then Boosie blew up. But when Kevin Gates came out, I was rapping and I had converted. There was no more streets, just rapping. So I'm telling my niggas like, yo, Gates gonna blow up. That nigga too cold. He lyrically too cold. He's a superstar. But I'm telling my niggas like, yo, his path gonna be different. Cause a label can't sign me. I'm independent already making a year. I got fucking vans and tour buses and shit. This 15 years ago, right? I'm already doing a
mm,
100 shows. What they gonna give you? What you gonna give me? Cause my brain don't work like that. You
Mhm.
gonna have to give now. You gonna give me a $30 million deal like Birdman? I'm rocking with that. But by that
Yeah.
time, that type of shit was over with. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it was like, yo, I just got to do what I got to do. My path is different. My journey gonna lead me to being a major label, cause that's what I want to build. Even if you look at my mixtapes back then, nigga, I was 24. I had buildings and warehouses with trucks and like that was designs in the back of my mixtape behind me because I was looking at it like it was a vision board. You know what I mean? Even my tour bus was wrapped. I'm on that motherfucker, nigga. Got big buildings that say the name of my company at the top. It got diesel trucks over here. Got factory workers over here with CDs coming off the press. And that was like every time I stopped my billboard, I didn't have the building. Every time I stopped my tour bus, I wanted to look at that so I could see that shit and be like, yeah, that's the future. You know what I'm saying? And now it all came into fruition. I got the builders, I got multiple builders, I got everything I asked for plus times four. Like literally everything nigga, I only wanted one Rolls Royce. I got a goddamn four Rolls Royces, Lamborghini, everything I always wanted, I got that shit times 4 and 5 now. So it's like, yo, take this shit to the next level. Challenge yourself. You doing this shit and you feel like it's too easy. Challenge yourself. What's the challenge? 200 buildings, 70 million annually, right? Taking control of what's ours, even through networks like y'all, the Power Play podcast. Hey man, it's a power play. We gonna take this shit like
Yeah.
y'all part of the new distribution
Yeah.
system. The blogs is part of the new distribution system. Nigga, we don't need no motherfucking goddamn me TMZ, right? TMZ ain't got the streets. TMZ talking to Gunplay. See what I'm saying?
Yeah. No.
Huh?
Yeah. No.
they
Gunplay,
ready to write him off.
yeah, Gunplay
Yeah,
been buzzing on the internet for goddamn 45 days, man. TMZ still ain't reached out because TMV is the king and they separated from the motherfucking goddamn kingdom. And they don't understand, like, once you separate yourself from the kingdom, you're going to lose that motherfucker eventually, right?
Yeah.
So,
yeah,
Yeah.
so,
yeah,
so we dealing with the goddamn kingdom, dog. We going state to state, goddamn. We dealing with the citizens. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah.
definitely, definitely.
Let's talk about your mental, like dealing with all these shows, putting all these shows together, working with all these artists. How do you stay mentally prepared and not drained, and lose yourself in all these different business adventures? Like like you spoke about it earlier. Like back then, you had to find artists getting missing, and things like that. So how do you stay mentally prepared?
I'll tell you something, bro. It's draining. It's stressful. I go through so many artists with mental problems, mental challenges. But with me, I done been through so much, dog, that like I can go through anything, dog. When I was in the streets, I had a hell of a life, my nigga. Like this was some movie shit. You hear me? Like this was some shit that I'm thinking, God, I ain't got 100 years or dead type shit. So now the shit that I go through now, it be like, it don't affect me the same. You know what I'm saying? Because
For
I done
sure.
had so much strain and stress on me my entire life. This shit right here really just a walk in the park. Now the only caveat to that
Yeah,
is that I be like, damn, I be wishing niggas move like I move, cause then I know how faster we can get to where we want to go. You know what I'm saying? That's all.
Yeah.
Like, and I know that I'm never. I don't want to toot my horn, but I very rarely am wrong when it comes to the moves that I make because I'm playing chess and I'm looking damn near 20 steps ahead, man. So when I tell a nigga
Yeah.
this right here, it's like, yo, bro, I done already mapped it out, dog. All we do is gotta follow the steps. We gonna get to the destination, my nigga. You rolling or not? Yeah, I'm rolling. But then we get to rolling, nigga want to take a detour. Oh, I'm gonna go over here for a little while. Then we make it to, oh yeah, hey, hold on, man, I gotta sit down. And I'm steady trying to move. Hey man, don't let me work harder than
Yeah.
you. Don't let me work harder than
Yeah.
you, dog.
Absolutely.
So that would it be.
Yeah, definitely. Definitely, man. Well, we actually glad that, you know what I'm saying, that route didn't take you the 100-year route and,
Yeah, yeah,
and
yeah.
lock the way, man,
Yeah,
because what you're doing is amazing
yeah,
and it's good.
Definitely
It's
is.
inspirational to see, you know what I'm saying, another brother doing this type of grinding, brother. So definitely, man. And I know our audience and our viewers are definitely rock with and vibe
yeah,
with what you bringing to the table for sure.
yeah.
Definitely.
Yeah, man. Now
Definitely
we
can
gonna
say
keep
that.
it going. I'm trying to make history right now with gunplay.
Definitely.
I'm trying
Yeah.
to take
Definitely.
I'm trying to take gunplay to the level and the height that he's never reached before. I don't even want to say trying. I'm going to, right? This
That
this
we're gonna
is
Right.
the
speak
time
into
for me to
existence.
figure out how we gonna get. I know how to get a nigga to like the $7,500 a show mark. Fuck that. I'm
Mm-hmm.
finna figure out how to get a nigga to the $50,000 to $30,000 show mark without a fucking major label. I don't know no artist who done did that.
Pressure.
I don't know no artist, no rapper who done took himself to $40,000, $50,000 a show without signing to a major label. And I say, guess what? If they could do it, why can't I? 50 years ago, 100 years ago, it was some people who had to sit down and say, hey man, let's start Universal. It was some people who had to sit down and say, hey man, let's start Warner. Right? I sat down this
Yeah.
motherfucker and said, hey, I'm starting God's a Grind. Right? Music firm,
Yeah.
right?
Definitely.
And yeah, we finna
Yeah.
figure it out without their help. Cause in my mind, I say, hey man,
Yeah.
if you can't join them, beat them. Yeah, that's how I'm
Beat 'em.
rocking. You dig? And I don't need you.
Definitely.
Straight
Yeah.
up, we'll go against the grain every motherfucking time. I always been ostracized for going that way. Everybody going this way, nigga. Now, nigga, I'm going this way. Fuck that. You hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Straight up.
Absolutely.
Straight up.
Man, so and then you got 50 Cent coming down to
Yeah.
Shreveport, you know what I'm saying, doing his thing with realty and different things like that. Speak on the growth of Shreveport and where do you see it going in the coming years?
Our building is like maybe 2, 3 blocks away from where 50 Cent building his film studios at. I love what 50 Cent is doing in the city of Shreveport, just me personally. There's some other people who may not like it as much, but I love it because he's bringing hope to the city, to a lot of people. He's already brought the biggest event I've ever seen in Shreveport. I've been here for over goddamn
Wow.
24 years. I've never seen an event as big as the Humor and Harmony Festival that he brought to the city. You know, shout out to 50 Cent and everything that he doing. Not only that, he bringing jobs to the city. He bringing business to companies to the city, corporations to the city, who's going to be
Absolutely.
putting money in a lot of people's pockets, giving a lot of people jobs. He got the state of Louisiana involved, where they gave him incentives to say, hey, if you spend your money on this, we're going to give that back to you for investing into the city of Shreveport, you know. So I just think it's a beautiful thing for what he's doing for the city of Shreveport. And what I'm doing as well is all coexist. He's
Absolutely.
doing it with the film. I'm
Yeah.
doing it with the music, and I get it. He don't really focus on music no more. He's more in the film. He's already did that. You know what I'm saying? So I can
Yeah.
definitely understand that. But now, man, it's like I say, man, it's astronomical to the potential of the things that he's fixing to do in Shreveport. And like I say, it's all business. So the people around the heads that's involved in that, they already got it structured. Because I mean, you got the state and the city government officials, they backing him. And I mean, you know, hey man, there's too many powerful people behind him at this particular point for it to fail. And when he's already
Yeah.
came in here and won, and he showed time and time over, you know, that he's a winner when it comes to business. You know what I mean? So yeah, shout out to 50
Yeah.
Cent.
Absolutely.
Shout out 50.
Yeah,
Definitely.
So what you and Gunplay got coming up next?
Man, like I say, we doing 50 cities right now. We done already did like 5. We done did, last time I checked, 37 interviews. So we still got 463 interviews to do. And I'm setting up everything right now, man. I got probably about 7, 8 shows coming up. Just got off the phone. I just locked in an interview. Dame Dash will be interviewing
Shout
Gunplay.
out now.
So, that's something
Shout
major. You know
out.
what I mean?
Pressure.
I
Yeah, it's
love when
pressure.
Dame Dash talk that boss talk. I love when Dame Dash
That
talk
boy
that
definitely
boss
be
talk.
talking.
Yeah,
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 man.
yeah,
definitely.
Yeah.
Dang Dash, man, come
Definitely.
holler at us here at Power Play. I want to get into some segments with you, man. We got a few segments that we like to do for our show, man. And one of the first ones we
Okay.
like to call it quick play. You know what I'm saying? It's a rapid fire segment, but for us, we want you to answer these questions quickly, but if you want to elaborate on them, you can definitely elaborate on them as well. And when you're ready, I'm ready. Let's ride.
Let's go. Let's get it.
Okay.
Yes.
Biggest lesson you've learned from a loss?
Biggest lessons I learned from a loss? Well, trying to think of keep on going.
Most
Keep on
definitely.
going. That'd be my biggest lesson, yeah.
For sure. Your definition of a hustler?
Somebody who wake up every day and go get it, no matter what.
Definitely. For you, which was harder? To come up to success or maintaining your success?
Come up.
Definitely. For your rapping career, I'm going to throw this at you. One artist that you would come out of retirement and collab with right now.
Rick Ross.
The boss.
Rose.
Rose.
Definitely, man.
I'm gonna put him on the spot.
Throw him out there, put him on the spot.
Baby or Master P.
What?
Master P.
Woo!
It was easy for my boy. He's a real, listen, man.
Yeah.
Both of them boys that pressure though. But P, man, listen, working on that Doja. No limit soldier.
The thing I like about Master P is he a street nigga who transformed into a businessman. Now he doing a lot of great things for kids and the community, and he's leading by example that you could be from the projects and still change your life, become a multi-millionaire, and then try to change other people's lives. I love Baby, for different reasons too. Baby a gangster. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And he is sticking to his script, which I respect it too. But I love Baby because, he a stunner. He getting money, he bought his bread, and he give you a lifestyle. You know what I'm saying? If you think about it, P don't really do that too much. You don't see P with the Rolls Royce. He got him.
Yeah.
He got a big mansion and all that. He just ain't the type to be
flashy.
But, Baby, he flashy, and I like that about Baby because, seeing it is believing it. When I see that, it make me believe. You know what I mean? Like, make me want to go get it too.
Definitely.
Yeah.
A lot of niggas don't appreciate Bird, man. Bird, you can tell you got to be from the South to appreciate Bird. Bird a real gangster. You can look in Bird eyes. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Definitely. Last one I'm gonna throw at you, man. If you could be remembered for just one of your hustles, which one would it be?
It'll definitely be, my come up in the music business. I got several hustles, but the one in the music business, man, it meant the most to me because I always prided myself on the business. And to see now, years later, 15, almost 20 years later, it's really like 18 years. We're going on 20 years later. The artist who, when I was 25, who was out and everybody wanted to be on that level, and now here I am, part of a 1%. I got everything I always wanted. I did everything I wanted to do. I toured across the United States. I bought every car I ever wanted. I bought the mansions. I bought the office buildings. I did everything. I might not have the fame of a national artist, but I got the lifestyle. And when I look back at all those guys from my era, none of them do. Not one. I mean, the guys who came up when not one. So they all focused on the music and trying to be known. And that just led them, down the wrong place.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Financially.
So our next segment we want to get into, man, is called Press Play. Our Press Play segment is a segment where we like to give flowers to, a song and or artist that's hot right now or that's pressure right now. So on your day-to-day hustle, grinding, you know what I'm saying? Who you pressing play on and listening to?
Rick Ross.
Rick Ross, the boss, man. That's two
Shout
for
out
two
Ross,
for
man.
Let me
Shout
tell
out
you
Ross,
something.
man.
I got every Rick Ross album he ever released. I also got it signed by him. All of his
That's pressure.
albums. Like anytime he came in the area for a meet and greet, I pulled up, got the album, got it signed. Rick Ross is my number one favorite artist of all times. I just feel like he took street music to a tier that's hard. See, I'm a real dope boy. So I get it if like you got the Kendrick Lamar mind or if you got the Drake mind as a person and Drake, you a big Drake fan. I'm a street nigga who sold dope.
Yeah.
All my life, my nigga. When I was young, I had no job, nigga. I sold crack like a real job, became one of the biggest drug dealers in my area. Rick Ross, he talked that talk that if you was in the streets, nigga, and the way he put it together is top tier.
Yeah.
Top tier. So you see he doing the 20-year Port of Miami reunion.
Yes.
Yeah.
Really was on the highway on the interstate coming back with birds with Port of Miami in the deck, listening to Every Day I'm Hustling, Push It to the Limit. Anytime I came back on the highway, before I hit the interstate, I popped that bitch in. That was my theme music. I put that bitch on 65 cruise control because the speed limit was 65, nigga, and I didn't want to go under. I never got stopped. But
I real.
One thing about it right now, bro, by me working with Gunplay, we talk about Ross all the time.
Yeah.
And Gunplay, while we was on tour, we went to 5 states, and I done popped in back to back, Rick Ross, back to Ross. Gunplay was like, hey, yes, shit.
Nigga playing number Ross in there, man. Gunplay turn around.
It
These
like
niggas
that
can't
for
hold
10
me back.
years. Like when I
Yeah.
bought my first Rolls Royce, the Ross CD I got my first Rolls Royce still in that bitch. It's in
That's
this
fire.
bitch, and the CDs don't come out. So my thing, like with Gunplay, I told him, I say, hey man, I don't give a fuck. We gotta mend whatever it is to be men, y'all brothers. And I wanna make sure,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying, that
Definitely.
I don't give a fuck. Y'all gotta get back together, dog. Cause shit,
Yeah.
I love Ross too much. I love you, my nigga. And I want to see both of y'all niggas come together. But I know how I be though. Like with street niggas, the hardest thing for a street nigga to do is say, I apologize.
There it is.
Like that word
Yeah.
though.
Yeah.
That word. You know what I'm saying? Like niggas will be like, yo, my bad, dog. Nah, nigga. Say I apologize. Say what you apologize for. And have that communication. Like we men, we G's, we can still be like, yo, this was crazy. I was wrong here. You was wrong here. I was right here. So I kind of get it, but it be like that there. But I'm like, yo, Gunplay, dog.
Yeah.
I just, nah, bro, like, nah, bro. Cause I ain't gonna feel right. I ain't gonna feel right. You know what I'm saying? Personally, cause I know how I look at Ross.
Yeah.
And you know what I'm saying? And so I just want that to get back together, and whatever I gotta do to make that happen, shit, that's what I gotta do. So that's gonna be the goal for the end of this year. Y'all niggas gonna be seeing the video or something somewhere, and they gonna be hugging and
Man, hopefully we can have that sit down right here on Power Play Podcast, man. We claiming it. You know what I'm saying?
That'll be hard.
Definitely.
That'll be hard.
You know what I'm saying?
So, man, shout out them boys. Shout out you and shout out them boys, man.
Definitely, man. We definitely over here come together with that. So, man, look,
Yeah.
our next segment we want to get into, man, is called our Power Play segment. And this is an important one to us. It's a segment where, you know what I mean, we like to give flowers to individual and or individuals that's making power plays. And it could be sports, it could be music, it could be entrepreneurship. And we love Black-owned small businesses and businesses in general. And today we want to shout out somebody from our city, man, Fort Myers, Florida, man, DJ High Class, man. This guy is amazing. He do all events, man, weddings, birthdays. You know what I mean? He pull up professional, unprofessional. If you just need him to DJ for you and your lady at a dinner, because you know what I'm saying, you finna propose, whatever you need, my boy got you. So definitely rock with my boy, man. We have all his information on the screen for you. I'm telling you, he can do it all from compa to the reggae to Spanish and whatever you need,
Whatever
he
you
got it, man.
need.
You know what I'm saying? So definitely crank up with my boy, man.
Yeah.
And we
Shout out
also
HK.
shout out HK, man. Shout out to DJ High Class. We also want to give you your flowers, brother, for what you
Yeah.
doing out here, for your
Yeah.
contribution to the game. Man, listen,
Yeah.
I know you set your sights young on looking at a guy like Master P, brother, but I'm telling you
Yeah.
right now, from rear view, it ain't that far, my brother. You right there. The
Yeah.
things you doing
Fact.
for your community, for
Definitely.
us as a whole, as a conglomerate, you doing what it takes to give us inspiration to keep moving, to keep grinding. And man, listen, we learning from you, brother. So we want to salute you in this segment
Yeah.
as well, brother, for sure. Definitely
sure.
that.
Much love. Shit, yeah.
Do you have anybody you want to recommend?
So far as what, like
Just
mom and
black
pop
owned,
or
yeah, mom and pop, black owned business, small business. It don't matter. Just anybody you see
Yeah.
doing their thing that you want to just give a shout out to.
I'm trying to think, man. You know, I would on a smaller level. Hey man, shout out to my homie Jay Reckless.
Shout
Yeah,
out
shout
to
out to my
Reckless.
homie Jay Reckless. Reckless Talk Management. He one of the guys who in the game and he putting together things, and I appreciate his work ethic and what he's been doing to put together these shows with me, man. A little bit, say, bro, Geo is a coalition of promoters who I've taught how to put together shows for the past 18 years, right? So I got guys who I've taught how to put together shows who are off now doing tours on their own and making hundreds of thousands of dollars a year. And when I met them, they was making zero. So it means so much to me when I could teach somebody and show somebody, and then they get it and grab hold to it and take it to the next level. And then I'd be like, yeah, that's my pupil. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
Jay Reckless, he was already doing shows on his own, but now he's taking it to the next level. And I've had some who they was already doing shows. I helped them take it to an extravagant level. I got some who wasn't doing no shows and they took it to an enormous level. So
Yeah.
whichever one, you know, it's still all good. It's still love to just see the people who came up under my wing excelling.
Yeah.
Definitely, man. Shout out to them. And then again, shout out to you, brother, for sure.
Yeah.
So
sure.
listen, this last one we want to get into, man, is called our empowerment segment. It's an important one to us too. We like to create a safe space. We like to motivate, uplift, inspire, and empower. So could you leave our audience with some empowering words?
Education, dedication. Those the two. If you educate yourself and dedicate yourself, everything else gonna come. The Bible says, ask and you shall receive. The clause in between that nobody talks about is do your part. So if you say you want to do something, you become obsessed with that shit. I read that Michael Jordan used to shoot the basketball for 15 hours a day. He wanted to be the best. Every day he competed with himself to see how he could be better at what he was doing. And now I don't know how long he'd have been retired. I know it's over 20 years. They still saying he the GOAT. They still mention his name every decade. A new LeBron, Kobe, whoever come. And I ain't even in basketball. I never watched a basketball game in my life, my nigga. While other kids was playing basketball in high school, nigga, when I left high school, I graduated from high school, but when I got off the bus in the hood to sell dope. Real nigga shit. Thank God for my grandmama because she said she wanted me to graduate from high school. So I'm one of the very few out of my clique who graduated high school. But nigga, every motherfucking goddamn day I left school, I went to the hood to sell dope. Crazy shit. I never played sports or nothing like that. Got into academics, none of that shit. But I do recognize greatness. So when you talk about Michael Jordan, when you talk about Michael Jackson, when you talk about Mike Tyson, when you talk about those level of athletes, when you talk about, let me turn it around, when you talk about Jay-Z, when you talk about Master P, when you talk about Birdman, when you talk about Rick Ross, when you talk about these guys who are not only talented musically, but business is even on a whole nother level, that's something they had to master. And they mastered that through education and dedication. So I say those two words for anybody. You could do anything with those two words. Because you can see it's a lot of people who educated, but they ain't dedicated. And then guess what? That's like 50 Cent said one time in an interview. He was like, the people who've been talking about goddamn business in school, they working for somebody. You know what I mean? The majority of them, they learned all this about business. Well, why you not a millionaire?
Yeah.
Because they ain't got the other part, the dedication and application. You got to have both. You can't just educate yourself and then don't applicate yourself. It ain't going to work. So those two.
Definitely, brother. Definitely, man. Wise words, man. You know what I'm saying? And then also, man, we just leave it with this right here, man. And we spoke earlier about your a bit of your mental health in regards to certain situations, but here we like to ask overall, you know what I mean, for your mental health, and we like to grade it in threes. Three being I'm great, I'm lovely, everything good. 2 being I'm alright, I could be better, or 1 being is concerning. What would you grade yourself?
3.
And we love that.
Bro,
We
I'm a
love getting
champion,
3.
bro.
Yeah,
I'm a champion.
yeah,
Yeah, man, I'm a warrior. Don't nothing affect me,
definitely,
dog. You know what I'm
definitely,
saying? After my
definitely.
grandmama passed, say, bro, it's full fucking speed ahead, dog. I'm talking about goddamn, whatever they said in Star Trek, goddamn Mach 5, goddamn it, let's
Mach
ride.
5, yeah, Mach
Yeah,
22 on up there, man. Slide.
yeah, I'm telling you.
Definitely, man. Definitely, bro.
Say
We definitely
less.
appreciate you, bro. We glad, you know what I'm saying, you made it from, you know what I'm saying, the streets to doing what you're doing now. Man, we
Yeah,
appreciate that evolution. You know what I'm saying? We
yeah,
recognize that evolution. We salute that
that's up.
evolution.
For
And we
sure
want
that.
many others, we're going to encourage many others to follow, you know what I'm saying, in
The
those footsteps
blueprint.
and do the same, man. Obviously, we know that the younger crowd these days is as far from none, but all it start with is a leader like you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
And the word from us to keep it going. So we're going to do that, man.
yeah,
Definitely.
straight up.
Definitely, man.
Straight up.
Definitely, man. So absolutely. This has been the Power Play Podcast. I'm your boy, Mighty Boy the GOAT. I got my brother with me as always, Drop Top J Lock. And man, we just rock with the God of Grind. Baby
Baby
Savage,
Baby
Savage,
man.
aka the God of
Savage.
Grind, man. If y'all want to
Baby
work with me, hit me up
Savage.
318-540-9376. Baby Savage, the God of Grind on all social medias. And shout out to the Power Play Podcast.
Love.
Love.
Yo, thank y'all for tuning in to the Power Play Podcast on the Power Play channel. But please, 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 before y'all proceed, don't forget to like, share, comment, subscribe,
and make that bell ding, ring that bell.